Hello and welcome back to the Alteryx Weekly Challenge. Me, Nick Bignell. This is challenge number 144 and we are looking at Secret Santa assignments. So this is where we are pairing people as part of a Secret Santa at the beginning. This was set at the beginning of December 2018 and we are looking to generate pairs so nobody is picked twice or has something called a Scrooginess of more than 13 between them. So when you add the two together, you don't get more than 13. I'll go to the start menu. I'll show you what I mean here. So here's the start menu. We've got an input here that has a first, last name, email, and then this Scrooginess score. So when you add one to their counterpart, then you don't exceed 13. Okay. What we want to get is something that looks a little bit like this. So you've got the first and last name, their email address, and then their pairing, Secret Santa pairing, and then at the end the added together net Scrooginess of the two. So what I'm thinking is that we need to work out, first of all, half of this list, and then we then want to work out whether somebody is below, and then what I'm thinking is order it by the Scrooginess, and then you just marry the top one to the bottom one, the next one to the next top one to the next bottom one, and so on and so forth through the thing. So I think what we need to do first is order these by this Scrooginess thing, so that we've got them in the right order. We can then do something with them. So we just pick that, and then descending will do because we'll start with the highest score first. Then I'm thinking that we do a row count, so we know how many rows we've got, and then we basically filter on that if someone is over the half of the row count, then they go in the bottom half, and if they're under it, they go in the top half. Is my thinking on this. So let's just append that back into the. So we've got it on each row level. And then we basically want to generate a row for it. One thing we do need to do is allow all appends in there. Now if we generate a row count, a record ID, then we can then create a filter which will allow us to, what do we want? So if the record ID, we want to custom filter this. So if the record ID equals is over or less than, so it's equals or less than the which is these, it will be the count divided by 2. I think that's what we want to do, is do this in brackets just to be clear. Okay, and I think that will give us 2 lists. Okay, 25 records in the top one and 25 records in the bottom one. Yeah, perfect. So this record ID is probably what we then want to do is marry the two together and add up the scores. So first thing I think we want to do is basically generate another record ID. So if we get rid of on this one, on the false one, we can just get rid of the record ID and then put in another one that will do that. And then we want to join them together on the record ID. So if we join it on the record ID and then on these, so we can get rid of the count, we get rid of the record ID, don't need that. First an email, then this Scrooge score we'll need to keep for a bit. Get rid of the record ID again, but this one we're going to call it's SS, and then instead of right it's SS, and then email is SS. We keep the right bit there. Okay, let's run that. Let's see what we get out of the back of that. Okay, so we now have SS first, second, last. I just want to check that that is actually what they called it here. Yeah, SS first, second email. And then what we do is just add these two together, but that's 15. I got this the wrong. Oh, you know what I haven't done is reordered this. So let's just do that. So if I sort this by the other way, so it's Scrooginess ascending, that will put it in the other way round, and therefore suddenly they don't equal over 13. Yep, there you go. So then we can go and just create a little formula which adds the two together, and we'll call it net underscore Scrooginess, and it's simply that one plus that one. We'll create a integer because it's an integer. Yep, now we have that score. We can get rid of the other scores. We don't need them anymore. And then we can sort by, if we sort by this net Scrooginess descending like it is in the end game, we should be there. Okay, so what do we got? That looks remarkably similar. That's exactly the same order by the looks of it, which is a surprise. But clearly the way that you got to do it. There you go. Thank you very much for watching. See you again next time.